Alright, how is it going, folks? Witsend FL back again for Take 2. This week's store overview, 5/30/2022. I actually just did this, but it ended up with cuts in the video, audio glitches, and I missed something that I originally made a separate video on, but I'm just going to condense it into one video. Also try and shorten the length of the video a little bit more now that I have a good grasp on everything here, now that I've already looked at it. So, first of all, let's go ahead and go to the store. As you can see, auction is coming in 2 days. Now, I don't have a great grasp on what the auction is going to be. I don't think anyone really does. My understanding is they're bidding. It's not just going to be one auction. There's going to be, like a certain number. Like there might be 10 of each auction, or that are running simultaneously, and the top 10 people who bid it or whatever are going to get it. I don't know. But we'll find out in 2 days. I do know there's more than one of each ship type, So, my understanding is there's going to be a Tier 4 new German battleship coming. Again, we'll get more information on that in 2 days. I will go ahead and, show you. So, what's new in the store? Well, Azure Lane's new in the store. Or returning in the store. That's the main thing. Really, pretty much the only thing. We go ahead and go to Special. You can see we still have the Pan-Euro. We still have Godzilla vs. Kong. Now we have Azure Lane. And this is the good stuff here. First things first. When you log in, under, I believe, your featured, offers, or special section, there's going to be a free bundle kind of near the front. Take a look for it. It'll be Azure Lane Aurora. You get a free Tier 2 Premium Azure Lane ship. Just grab it. It's free. It also comes with a mission, which I will go over in just a minute. First of all, Azure Lane Wave 3. If you take a look, we've got a bundle. We've got some ships. We have a Yukikaze, which is basically a down-tiered Kagero without the reload booster. We have the Montpellier, which is a Cleveland, essentially. Nothing really too different about that. I mean, I can take a look, see if the reload's different at all. Longer, it looks like. I believe Cleveland is a 6.5. This is a 7.5. So, I don't know what the point of this ship is. Can you swap? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the point of this ship is, honestly. Don't ask me. But it's Azure Lane. So, someone will buy it. It's a fancy-looking Cleveland, basically. Azure Lane Yukikaze, like I said, down-tiered Kagero. A lot of skills. We have Azure Lane Azuma. This is basically just a different damage commander. I think this is a better base trait, I would say. Or no, not even, because you've got the Yamamoto. So this is not a better base trait. Really, the only difference between this and Yamamoto is you get access to the special gunnery training, which is like punch through, but it gives you 4% more penetration and 5% more AP shell damage, which is pretty big, but you do lose 5% shell grouping. So there is that. But not a bad commander at all for the Azuma, if you've got the Azuma. You could still spec into agility, which I don't know. I don't have Azuma, so I can't tell you what to do. I do know it's supposed to be kind of like a battleship, and it looks interesting. I may pick it up, but for now I don't have it, so I'm just speculating. Shokaku is the only carrier commander. Maximum speed 5%. I'm not even going to go over this because the less people playing carriers, the better in my book. Yukikaze is the only destroyer commander, which gives you 20% better AA damage. That is a very good inspiration for these new the Pan-European ships. So there is that. That's also going to help you get out of a sticky situation with your Japanese and other destroyers a lot better. Aside from that, this is a gunboat commander with one unique skill, this being right here, 5% better dispersion, or increased dispersion of shots fired at you, and 10% reduced detectability while firing from smoke. So, it's better for Akizuki. This is a great commander for Akizuki. Aside from that, not seeing anything too terribly you know, good looking. Azure Lane Aurora is a great looking commander for your Russian light cruisers, heavy cruisers too, but it's just kind of gives you a little skill. We'll go over that. Really, it's the same as Kuznetsov, except you get the ability to get hammering strikes, which increases your AP and your HE shell damage by 10%. You lose out on the penetration multiplier of punch through, and you lose 5% shell grouping, but it's a cruiser. Are you really going to notice that? I can't say that you will. And shell grouping is much less important than dispersion, keep that in mind. They are two separate things. So there is that to think about too. This skill, I don't really know. I mean, I guess since you're a cruiser, right, you don't have to be as cautious about wasting a shot. So that may be useful, but I think Kuznetsov base trait's better. But this is not a bad skill at all. And I think for Russian HE spammers, Ochkov, Chapayev, Kuznetsov, looking at you, that's a great skill. And I think, honestly, it could be a great skill to run in general. So, that's Aurora. Azure Lane Montpellier gives you a 10% firing range, which is, you know, if you want to run an AA build, such as on your Worcester, could be a good one. Could be a good one. It's pretty standard damage commander, except you get the ability to get all-out assault, which gives you 4% better shell grouping, 10% better incoming fire dispersion, so that's going to hurt. People are going to be a lot less likely to hit you. 10% is massive. But you do take 5% more damage as well, so more dev strikes. So take that with a grain of salt. Pretty good. Not fantastic, but pretty good. That's kind of the theme with the Wave 3s. I think Aurora is probably the best of them, with Montpellier being a close second and Azuma being a third. Moving on to Wave 2. Wave 2 is quite a bit better. We have, I mean, honestly, I don't think really any of these are that bad. So, two very, very important ones in here. We have Azure Lane Baltimore, which is perhaps the best cruiser inspiration in the game. 6% better rudder shift time, and honestly there are battleships that could be useful for as well, so that is a fantastic base trait. This is like a must-have if you're into cruisers, especially American cruisers. If you are a cruiser player wondering which of these to get, if any, this one. That base trait, I cannot overstate how good that is. Aside from that, pretty standard damage commander like Norman Scott, except you also get the ability to get AP salute ammunition. Absolute ammunition. Get it while it's hot. Increases your penetration multiplier by an extra % than punch through. And the other thing is it actually increases your shell fuse time, so longer time leads to... I'm trying to think. Oh, never mind. Okay. So it decreases it. So that's like better than punch through in every way, basically. You lose the AP shell damage. Sucks. Boo-hoo. You won't miss that. That's 40%. I mean, you're more likely to get citadels with that. That's a nasty looking skill. It's going to make you penetrate harder. Pause. It'll... Whoops. Yeah, it's better for citadels. We'll leave it at that before I say anything else questionable. Azure Lane Scharnhorst. This is the other one. This is a must-have if you're into battleships. I can't overstate this skill. Dispersion is not the same thing as shell grouping. I know Cunningham's shell grouping is more. Trust me, this is better. 3.6 dispersion is better than 4.5 shell grouping. Aside from that, it's a pretty standard tank build for Germans, but that inspiration is key. Queen Elizabeth, pretty standard dispersion commander. You do get, or no, tank build commander, my apologies. You do get this ability, which increases spotter duration and charges, which is nice. But the base trait right here, you get 0.1%, I'm sorry, 2% better reload time, 2% shell damage, and 2% shell grouping. That's a very good looking skill, and that may even be worth taking over Paulo di Revel. So, not a bad commander there. Just for the base trait, if nothing else. Grafspee and Fusu, the only thing Fusu does is increases fire chance, by 3% for your battleships. What's nice about that is you do get 3% better fire chances, but that also applies to your secondaries as well. So for your secondary focused battleships, you're way more likely to get fire. Last up, Azure Lane 1. Azure Lane Hipper is pretty good. It's kind of like Azure Lane Baltimore, but for the Germans. It's like a hybrid, or no, I'm sorry, it's like a hybrid commander. Is it good? Yes, but you do lose out on fully packed, so there is that. Keep that in mind. Dunkirk's pretty good. The one unique skill with her is you get to swap your shells pretty much instantly at the cost of 5% damage if they're fully loaded. And Belfast, you could miss out on her. Hood, you could also miss out on her. Really, it's only going to be good for pretty much Hood, but honestly, Nelson is this is a battleship commander to get if you're into battleships. What makes this unique, hybrid commander. So you get master mechanic as well as the dispersion skills, but also the unique skill Big 7, 16% HP and AP shell damage at the cost of 15% penetration. Less likely to hit citadels for sure, except in Conqueror. Conqueror still slaps, but with the HE shell damage 16% increase, I mean, you will be smacking people so hard through the bow and superstructure, you know, 25,000 damage, gone, never to be seen again. And a double fire. If you're into British battleships, do not miss out on her. She is who I run on pretty much all my British battleships. That said, that just about does it, except for we go down to our missions. We talked about that free bundle earlier. If we go to assignments, Northern Overture, we can get 2,500 global XP. And if you see, the first one has to be AL Evora. The rest of them can be anything, all the way through Legendary tier. If you complete all these, you get free Azure Lane Evora. For free. Free 99. Aside from that, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this week's store overview. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave a like on the video. Discord link is in the description. I will be streaming later tonight. Be sure and tune into that. And I will catch you guys in the next one.